Stupid.
What is going on?
Shit.
I have my child. Ooh, I think I took a win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We
no.
had to have some fun. Me and Tim finished the beers. Someone just went to get more, and the baggies are gone already.
Oh, the cases are already here. I just cracked another one. We're ready to go.
All right. Well, I'm fucking faded, boys.
All right, I just advanced those last 10 seconds. Good luck, guys, in qualifying. I'll disable and check.
Absolutely.
You guys got
Oh,
2
we are
minutes,
ready.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
That's the end of the session.
Nope.
Best of luck, guys.
No problem.
All right,
I don't
we're
make the
gonna-
future. I'm taking the tow truck, and we're good.
Yep.
I feel like I already freaking got one, considering I was muted the whole time and trying to talk at the same time.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Okay, we can have 2 laps to see what we can do.
Yep. I'm jumping
I
out.
love
now.
you.
Sorry about that, Johnny. I had a tire blowout on the old truck on the way to the track. I saw you were hanging out in the stands there. I got a little worried. I saw a lot of alcohol going everywhere.
Guys, you have a minute, 15 seconds left.
Happiness is
Minute,
half
15
the
seconds
battle
left.
in this life. What I'm happy about is I'm here watching some guys rip some qualifying laps. They got a minute left. You know, also, another fun fact, I had no idea until we were where this race was until about 30 seconds ago when I loaded into this race. Just a fun fact. I thought I should let you know. Oh, the pick is in. The New York Giants select Arvell Reese. Pick number 5. Burn. Do you see who's in second place in qualifying right now?
All right,
That's all I got to say about that.
Track, so we've got about 5 seconds left. Good luck, guys, and your heat races. Heat race 1 is now going to be on the track here soon.
You know, we had training wheels on his car the other night. Maybe he simply forgot to take them off before he got to the racetrack. But speaking of the racetrack, could you go ahead and give us a rundown of heat number 1? Mazzoni. Man, there are some guys in this field that we were looking for the other night. We got him back here tonight. Looking to see how this one goes. I think that'll be Bernie's first quick time with SCRA. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But he's leading them to the... Oh, no. Disregard me. I thought he took him green. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Lead him into 1 and 2. The flagman just showed him the 1 to go. He had that thing high side hustling the last time we hear, but talking about hustling, they're hustling down the front stretches. We were green on heat 1. Come on, man. Well, you know, going into turn 1, who's happy to see themselves
Hey,
get
what now? This is
their way
what's
through
allowed
that is
in
Skull
the
Calm, who
fucking
couldn't even get a
field,
lap
allowed
in his heat race on Tuesday
for the race.
after his, dare
Yeah,
I
well,
say,
top-
historic week. Oh, wow. Wow. You know, whoever gets drafted here,
File restart.
assuming, of course, it would have been the Browns' pick, their career just got saved by Andy Reid and his abundance of goddamn hot dogs.
One to green.
Was just about to point it out.
One to green. Actually, it's 2 to green.
I've had my rendezvous of door dashing alcohol, and that is expensive.
Single file. Good luck, guys.
There is a great possibility that that is the case. I believe we'll be going green out of 4 here. Find out. Oh, after Tuesday, can you blame him?
Can't hear you guys in stream.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even talking. I'm not even talking anymore.
We're here. We for some reason the
Hey,
crew from
Robbie.
Tuesday had not gotten the beer
What?
cleaned up off the wires from Tim's party,
We're
and
allowed to go to separate radio
we are just now
channels
bouncing
in-game,
back
correct?
from that. We had to get a few crews in here and get
As
things
long as you
set
guys
straight.
hear me, yes.
I'm
So
speechless.
just put it on scanner mode, correct?
You know, they told us, Brandon, they said they were going to have it ready by the time the race
I'm
went
not sure
green,
about
and we
all
were
that
sitting
one
here
if you want
talking,
guys to
thinking
hear
that
me,
the fans could hear us, and nobody could for some reason.
I'm speechless.
Alright,
The one-liners
appreciate it.
that
I'll have
dropped
you
during
text or
that
something.
one were
Just
great.
make sure.
It's going to be
Speaking of great,
unforgivable.
there's a great slider by Gavin Gravitt on your leader.
Bernhardt
bringing a
back to
tuck
his
underneath.
inside. Huge slider. Gonna make it stick at the line. Grab it to the inside.
This battle all developed from Bernie getting into the wall down the front stretch. And from there,
Bernie, Tub City.
we've had this battle.
Bernie
It's
not
tight down the
scared.
front
Bernie
stretch.
is not scared. 1 inches, 3 inches, they all look the same to Bernie.
How about the KRE boys going after it?
Oh, we have Drake Perry talking in the chat. God, who invited Drake Perry?
Yep, that man is getting muted.
Oh, God. I leave driver chat on so everybody can get a taste of what's going on. I'm sorry for anybody who had to hear that. And it's going to be Scott Combs barely holding on to that spot at the line. It's going to be Gravitt, Bernhardt, and Combe, your 3 to transfer.
Oh my god, Tim Graham's drunk.
Heads up, also think they can hear drivers too.
Oh, that's planned, Robert, except for Drake Perry. Can you mute him for everybody?
Brandon, your call. You have the mute button.
I just muted him for myself. Oh, shit. That's funny.
Alright, so
Brandon,
you guys, you're
P1 of the front row of this one is a crazy one. We got 2 completely different humans.
Oh, I
Chief
can't wait to
Keef
hear this.
on that pole position,
And there's
representing
Vince
C
Carl
Block
Gaetano,
after we
guys.
figured out he is gang affiliated last Tuesday. We figured that out Tuesday. And we have Orange Slice Blue Moon on the outside here. We're going to go Brad Krug in the third, James Lucas, Dylan Barris, as we saw him hit a front flip Thursday. Brandon, we're skipping the next 2 because guess who's in this race? The real deal Jaleel Bennett rolling in that P8 position.
The real deal.
He's as real as they come, I heard.
There is nothing fake about him. You know, finish off the rest of the lineup, or was?
Oh no, I don't know the rest of these motherfuckers. So we're gonna skip
No,
this.
that's so fair.
James Yeadon,
Not
by the
sure
way,
who
you're
else we
going to
actually
get
do
some
have in
back
And
here.
I was
drive
going to
level
do it, but
2000.
my thing started shifting like the positions, so I just, you know, that
We got
was
John's grandson in here, Dylan Madden.
Oh, Dylan is in here.
We're gonna
We're
be
gonna
looking
ride
to
up
go
front here
green
with Chief
out of
Keef.
4.
Great jump from the Chief himself.
He looked like he waited a second, got on the hammer, cut her down the track, and gave himself an
We are
explosive start to the
3
race.
wide almost for that transfer position. It's gonna be Brett Grube leading James Lucas, followed by Corey Berquist. As Corey Berquist is just gonna dump James Lucas and the rest of the field. Brandon, Dylan Madden is dead.
Well, oh man, the joke I could make right now. But let's
He's
just
joining his
say,
grandfather.
yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I just want to give you guys a warning. This track has
Well,
2 sets of corners.
hopefully the bumper car antics will stick to this one. I know Tuesday night was a little bit of struggle. We don't want to find ourselves with a racetrack that finds itself off of the schedule due to the way these gentlemen want to drive. But I do want to ask, did we see a front flip?
We did not quite get to a front flip, no. We had somebody drive on top of the other one, though.
That is unfortunate. I know he is no longer with us in SCRA. He found himself getting the band hammer, but I'm sure Knox Thompson would be proud of a nice front flip tonight.
You know, and I meant to take that up with Robert. It was not a fair ban, as he was trying to provide. This SCRA is just like the WWE. This is all scripted. We're all here to provide the best entertainment for the
I'm
viewers.
just sitting here wondering when I can buy another Division 6 10 chassis.
Hold on. Pause the stream. I'm muting Drake Perry. Oh, God. I see why all the Pro Late guys bully him now.
I got shit towed in the garage. You need one?
Looking to go green.
I don't know. It's gonna be a little
Green
pricey
out
there.
of 4 here.
Green out of 4. It's going to be
Don't
Chief
listen to
Keef, Blue Moon Metzner, and Brett Grube, your 3 transferees as of right now.
Race control has had enough. Comms are shut down. It's time to shut up and drive.
As they are doing that, Brandon, as Dylan Barth looks to the inside of Grube for that 3rd position.
And not sure what the caution is for here.
We're going to see. We're going to check on Dylan Madden here as he went to those pits. We're going to see what happened.
Yeah, car just completely spin.
Yeah, Brandon, if he wasn't there before, he's definitely along with his grandfather. He just gets... No, he gets
Definitely-
tapped and spun in front of the field.
Guys, this corner's
Brandon,
That
I think
definitely is
somebody
not on his own
DQ'd
doing.
out of this race. He disappeared after the contact. But
I
big
have
news.
no idea. I don't see any DQs. I see an EOL. Maybe someone a little.
Want to go here soon, guys.
Brandon,
Somebody
somebody in the chat,
saying, I cannot handle this right now.
somebody
I'm
in
gonna
the
park
chat
this.
is actually worried that this is a scripted thing. Maybe shouldn't have said that. Now they're worried.
Yeah, I did not know how to respond to that because if this was scripted, Tuesday night definitely would have not went like that.
2 cautions.
We probably would have kept the stream up the whole time.
But it is fitting that we would have someone by the nickname Chief Keef out the front. As we
Followed
love
by
ignorance.
the complete different party of people.
Blue moon, pinky out. Can I please have an orange? We're green.
Dale Jr. got spun off the start.
Gotta think race control might hold the caution for now.
They are. As Metzner
These
looks to the
guys
bottom
are
right,
out the
rears Chief Keef.
Wow.
Chief Keef said, I'm not going out like no hoe.
Given awful time to keep going.
Caution definitely saves him
Brandon,
there.
somebody laced his blue moon because Metzner never does something so aggressive. They must have...
Call from the tower to coming in. Sorry, Johnny. I think I found our source of ignorance. Number 8, or the 888 of Andy Brooker has been disqualified from this race.
Please
that
don't
one's
tell
all
me that
game
was
work,
Dale
just brake
Jr.
checks too, and just out on the track. Not
Going
sure
back
what he's
to
doing
look
there.
now.
Guys, come on.
It definitely was.
He went to join
Go
his
back.
father as well.
Going to look here what happened.
I mean,
Looks
I am
like he
rewinding this.
just absolutely wadded it up at the
One agree,
start.
one agree.
That is very unfortunate.
It's just gonna be unfortunate. We're not even gonna worry about watching it at this point. It took us.
Feeling
this long.
mad and
That's called a block,
coming out of
by the
the
way.
coming out of the
The
pits.
last couple times.
Maybe his grandfather sent him back out and said, "Us Maddens don't give up that easy." Chief Keef with the jump at the green. So we're gonna have him followed by Messner. Nothing's really happening. Dylan Barrs mowing the grass.
Nothing happening up front because the battle can't develop with all the squirrels in the back. They're slowly trickling their way
He's gonna be Tobin Keef
out
with
of this
Metzner
race.
on his Metzner is on his ass. I mean, just all the way there. Is he looking to the inside? Keith gonna try to block the slider. They come to the line. Final time around. Brett Groove
Chief
following closely, just
Keef
hoping that somebody does something.
Letting the Yappa spray.
Boop, boop, boop. Metzner, not happy. Almost did a front flip for you, Brandon, but unbalanced weight.
Or no, Keith, Meister, Grupe, everyone else to the LCQs. Not a good race, guys.
He
Come on,
did
guys.
go flying.
Race
Holy
three,
cow.
race
Brandon,
A yard
I
sailed it.
I have been
By the way,
bugged
Keith,
by this
before
human
last
being
race,
all
last
day
race,
for me to
there's a
please
final
pull
lap,
him in for an interview during his heat
got 6
race.
minutes to be a lap.
So to
Not
save
bad,
myself the trouble of all of that, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull him in so I don't have to hear about
Who
it.
is that?
One of your
before we
good
add?
buddies. Oh, nope, he's actually not even in the chat. I'm not going to be able to pull him in here. But you know who we are going to pull in? Seatbelt strapped up type.
Looking at names,
Tight.
race,
There
this
is
race
no.
should not
Oh,
be any trouble.
fuck.
Everyone is
there is no
confident enough to
windshield,
each other.
Brandon. We're going to
Talk
pull
off
in
each other,
Cody
so good luck,
Schaefer.
guys.
Cody Schaefer, talk
Drake
to us
fucking
here.
Perry's in it. We're gonna run.
Oh, what's up, buddy? You know, we're nervous. We came out
I don't
here
know
last
why
night
you're
and did
nervous,
practice.
honestly. You have nothing to lose. You're in the back.
And you're absolutely just chilling on a gravel road.
Hell yeah, buddy. Rebel's windshield repair. We'll get you fixed up right.
Rebel, you did not go through that windshield. You don't have to keep lying, and that's enough from you. We'll hear from you later on, Rebel. Hope you good luck
All
in
right,
this
buddy.
race.
Thank you.
I can't stand liars, Brandon. This guy is just trying to. We're gonna ride back up front with Jason Smith, Renfro to his outside, Tournier, Bickford, Drake Perry, Matthew Montando. We're green.
Great jump by the inside line.
We're gonna have.
You know, I did
Wait.
want to say it's been nice to see some different folks getting out front here in qualifying, setting up some. I almost want to say unique heat races for us. Is they're gonna go
It is.
3
It
wide for
shows-
second.
This shows how competitive this league really is. I mean, you have different faces up front almost every week, and Perry's gonna get into Tournier. Here comes Bickford. Perry, cell phone slider through the middle. Gonna be Jason Smith and JD Renfro, Tournier at the line that time. Here comes Bickford on that high side though.
Bickford has the safety off of that thing, but he's holding his shots for right now. Being smart
gotta
with his
think,
play, saw
he
him
is
just
probably
rolling
sick.
the outside.
He's probably sick and tired of Drake Perry. Just throwing those sliders as he's about to toss another one. Is it gonna clear?
Harry, the
He's gonna park
platypus
it on his
throws it on
nose.
his nose.
Bickford's gonna give him a bumper. Respectable.
Don't look now, but there is a battle developing for the lead as Renfro pulls up beside of Jason Smith.
Is that the
but
Renfro with
caution
no arms?
Lies. That is not. That is not. That is not. I believe that is his brother.
His brother, no arms, but that is very impressive. We're gonna have to get a driver spotlight on him one of these days.
You know, funny enough, not to go like totally off topic here with it, but I was scrolling social media the other day. He's actually mentioned on Kevin Harvick's podcast. I have to admit I do forget the name of it, but I did. That was interesting to see. I guess I don't know if he's very much considered an SCRA regular at this point, but someone who's
He's
ran
the
with
only
SCRA.
SCRA driver with no arms, Brandon.
Super unique story. I believe I'll go look up his name so we can go ahead and give him the proper spotlight he deserves, because
I believe
it is
it's
badass
Joseph?
what he is. I believe. I just want to make sure I'm correct there. Yep, Joseph Renfro Racing. Joseph Renfro Racing.
You are a dog, and you have been a fan of
animal. An animal. What he's doing is absolutely badass. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check him out.
We're gonna have back to green here.
Speaking of checking out, Jason Smith's looking to try and check out off that caution restart from the caution.
Yep, we're having a hard time talking tonight. There's a fumes. It still smells like bush in here. No matter how much cleaning they did, they cannot get that out.
It is tough to remove that stench.
It smells like Tim Graham and bush in here. And if you've ever smelled Tim Graham, you know he's a sweaty guy. I'll leave it at that.
Just had a bug fly in my mouth. Johnny, can you please close the window to the booth?
Brandon, I'm trying to air out the... Drake Perry's going to door Tournier. Just absolutely get him. And it's going to be Dalton Tournier at the line.
Yeah,
flip.
get for fucking door me for it.
Front flip.
No, apparently Drake...
All right, Smith, Renfro, Tournier.
Nope, Tournier did wind up getting it. We're going to go back and watch Renfro to see if he completed. Renfro completed a bunch of flips, Brandon. He gave you variety. Front, back, side to side.
Yeah, I'm the car in front and I protected it and he still fucking threw it into my left side.
Brandon, imagine that. Guess who's complaining? Dalton, I know you're watching. Back post now.
They are complaining. I am tired of it. I done muted them boys.
I'm going to listen to it here because we're going to listen to see if we hear any curse words because we are going to be reporting them through iRacing if we hear that.
Well, Johnny, there was going to be nothing to hear because, once again, I did indeed mute them. And the guy who just got drafted is crying. He is spitting everywhere. He does not have his composure. He's going to the Saints. He is crying.
He is not really. It's nothing to do with composure. He sees his career going down the drain.
Oh, talk about down the drain is the next pick, which is in for the Browns.
We're going to have David Metheny leading this one. Metheny, this guy's on meth. Devin Howard at his outside. We're going to have Jeffrey Hyatt, Ryder Poston, Lucas Stevens, Dennis Hawley, Jason E. Wilson, not to be confused with Jason Wilson, Kenny Douglas, Philip Thibault. Oh, what's up with all these names? Donnie Thibodeau. And we are going to have... Apparently, he's not on the track. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, no. Philip is in the Scooby-Doo machine.
Do. Of that green machine, but what I love more is a nice green flag, and we got one. Green is out.
We're going to go into one here. Howard's going to run that middle. Ryder Poston straight to that top here, looking to build some momentum. Jeffrey Hyatt, huge slider. Not going to commit to it.
In fact, that slider loses him a position there, but he drives it in deep into turn one. I don't think he expected David to go to the bottom there.
Here comes Devin Howard to the bumper. Hyatt, throw it. Jeffrey, throw it. Jeffrey throws it. David says, I'm not ready to catch it.
My Johnny, I think this track is coming in perfect for tonight's events.
It is looking pretty racy as Howard's going to collect Hyatt. Hyatt's throwing it anyways.
He's going to
squeeze
3
wide at the line. Here, while they're battling, here comes Poston.
While they were battling, we have a car tumbling down the front stretch.
Are they gonna throw the yellow for that? They are. We're gonna go back and get a watch on that. Dennis Holly.
I think we got our first true front flip, if we're being completely honest.
We're gonna go ahead and watch this back here.
Well, there's a couple of them that got flipped
Just
over
got
there.
doored. He climbs that wall, Brandon. He hits a side flip, kick flip, 360, and just goes barrel rolling down before finally landing.
It was him, Kenny Douglas, and Jason E. Wilson. Family invented the football there. Jason E. Wilson, with draft day, had to throw in a little football fact. We've had a couple football-related family members here.
We sure have.
Which is awesome to have. And they shortened this caution for us, so they're going to be going
Brandon,
green
this has
the next
nothing
time by
to do with football at all. But your king of the trailer park, David Metheny, he is leading this race right now. And he's hoping to hold on to that and start in a great position. And I believe his SCRA debut.
Who was that again, Johnny? I'm sorry.
David Metheny, the king of the trailer park.
You said this is his debut.
I believe so.
Oh, we love to see the competition come in and make a statement. He's trying to make a statement and run away with this one right now. I don't know who he's going to shout out on that wagon, as it is.
He's gonna just nobody. He has nobody to shout out. Maybe the trailer park can get a shout out. It's gonna be Howard, huge slider on high for that second position.
They have been throwing down.
Brandon, this track is coming in very racy. As the top looks just a bit faster now, but you can manage on that bottom, it seems.
It is beautiful, and I don't know if you saw it there. Jeffrey just threw it right on the nose.
He's slamming that door.
The 316.
Here comes Poston. While these fellas are battling, Poston might just throw a huge slider here.
You know, David loves to see this. He is just going to be able to keep running his race. Not a care in the world as the battle.
Brandon, he won't have to do much more running here as the race is over.
Right, it's going to be. You know, I do miss that sometimes. I wish we had a big old what lap it is. But of course we don't.
We're going into the first LCQ of the night, Brandon. The program is moving very fast tonight, which is very unlike what we've seen.
Yeah, I said it after last Tuesday. So this Tuesday's program. At the 358s, I don't want to say it's more competition, cleaner competition. I don't know what it is, but they seem to keep their heads together and cooler heads prevail most of the time.
I don't want to throw out any names or blame anybody, but Chase Copeland is not here tonight.
Unbelievable. Probably using his mulligan to drop a race on this one.
And you got to see, and we're going to send out prayers for Chase Copeland because it's a very serious reason. He is addicted to Benadryl. And he cannot get off of it, and we're going to send our regards to him as he goes to therapy later on.
Wow. That is extremely unfortunate for one of our regulars. A driver favorite, a fan favorite. He hands out right rears for free, and the people love it. But before we go green on this one, I'm going to hop out real quick. Go head over to the tower and see how many we're taking out of each of these LCQs.
That sounds good, Brandon. I'll go ahead and get this lineup announced and get this thing talked about. Caleb Schellenberg leading this one off. Poston to his outside. Bickford in third. Corey Berquist in fifth. Colin Horvath. Donnie Thibodeau. Dennis Holly. Miller Kangas. Caleb Myers. And we're going to have Bruce Pizza Pie Mazzoni rounding out this field. We're going to go back up here and ride with your outside pole sitter, Ryder Poston.
Well, that is a guy sitting in a very important position there, Ryder Poston, is that we are taking 2 cars out of each LCQ tonight. This is different than Tuesday night's race, where we only taken 1. There has been a modification to the format. Hopefully we can get guys to run a little bit cleaner through these races, knowing there's more than just 1 spot up for grabs.
That's fair, but you know, Brandon, there's a heavy hitter in SCRA in third here. Tyler Bickford, you got to imagine he's not going to settle to not make this race.
Bicky with the blicky, already off and into the lead. Not so fast, says
Bicky
Schellenberg.
With the blicky, I like that. Bicky with the blicky with the slider.
I told you he had the safety off, and now he's just showing it 100 shots like he's young Dolph, but he goes head.
Austin slams the door. Bicky. Boom. Brandon, 99 shots. Shout out Dolph. As we're gonna have one around.
One around. There's a guy who was not meaning to spin the block.
He spun. You gotta think he might have spun to C block, and Chief Keef handled him.
That'll be caution number 1.
The world's only Canadian gangbanger.
He pours maple syrup in his double cup.
We'll be going to one to go here once the face truck gets in line, so heads up, one to go here soon.
That's a crazy fact. I don't know if I'd drink syrup by itself. Pretty sticky.
Well, Johnny, you know, they normally are throwing cough syrup in those cups, and I don't know
the
that's
Giants
not
make
the
their
most
second
sticky.
selection of the first round here. They're going to take Miami offensive tackle Francis Maigoa.
He's got a nice flower necklace.
Gonna look to protect Jackson Dart here.
More
Brandon,
tears.
Pittsburgh fan, I know you are. Who is your dream pick for y'all in this draft as of right now?
Man, I just love to see us take a nice QB possibly. I don't really know. Our team is in despair waiting for old man Rogers to pick up this phone at the old retirement home, whatever you want to call it. What I do know is we were back green on this LCQ.
We're going to see
Thank you.
Schellenberg electing to go to that top. Paulson kind of stuck in that middle, but making it stick.
Right up in front of you. I slid my
It's going to be Schellenberg and Bicky.
They
both
are
going
getting
to the
mouthy in the comms
Bicky
again.
with a good run. Who's going to make the first move? Is it going to be Corey Berkowitz looking to the inside of Paulson? Or is it going to be Paulson to try to tub Bicky?
Hey, it looks like
Bickford with a huge slider for the lead. Brandon,
he is
98
just
shots
letting
left.
shots out of the Glock tonight. I have noticed he is liking that top line. It seems like he loses a little, but then he gets a bunch of momentum, and that momentum is allowing him to throw this deep slider.
Brandon, 97 shots now. As you got to imagine, he's not going to miss the whole 100 shots. Shout out Young Dolph. But
rest in peace.
He's out there hanging around with John Madden.
Bicky with the blicky, another slider. This time
This
it's going
one's
to
going to stick. Paulson's going to follow Bicky to that top, looking to say, hey, Bicky, I'm hooking the chain up. Pull me to this main. Paulson going to ride the middle out.
Austin absolutely loves this battle right now. Trying to go ahead and make some headway on this battle to go ahead and try and get. I do see him there as well. I just took notice of that. They've really separated this top four from the rest of the field. We got a car in the back, hitting the wall. Unsure. Yep, there it is.
Yellow flag.
And we're going to have us a green-white checkered on what has been a pretty eventful last chance showdown.
We're going to go back here and
qualifier.
ride. Brendan, how far in the back? Oh, we're going to ride with Caleb Myers. Is he... Brandon, I couldn't tell you what he's trying to do. The track is not down there. Brandon, you have 2 full lanes before you hit the wall on the bottom at this track, and if you do it, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Hey, Johnny, well, the old ball and chain is sending me a barrage of text messages right now, so I'm going to go ahead and exit the booth again. I'll be right back. You hold down this fort. If you need to pull in Timmy Graham, just let me know.
We're going to try to hold it down here. I don't know if Tim is not a fan of you, but every time you leave, he seems to be beating on the door. We'll figure this out. We're going to go get ready to go back green here in this LCQ. We are on what seems to be the final lap. This Biggie's going to lead us back to the green. We're going to have a green-white checkered here this time around. Schellenberg to that top. Here comes Pauston with a great run to that outside. looking to follow Schellenberg to the back bumper of Bicky. We're going to come around this time, the white flag in the air. Wave your hands like you just don't care. Bicky elects to go to the bottom of the 22. Schellenberg to the top. Here comes Poston. Huge slider with a little right rear action. Poston gonna collect the second spot off of what I would like to call a beautiful slider. I'd imagine
beat 'em, door 'em.
that I forgot his name is not gonna call that a beautiful slider. He would call that the worst slider that's ever been thrown. But you know what I say? Sometimes you throw them, sometimes you catch them.
All right, Bigfoot's DM in there. The last night's still on the review. I'm still watching it back over.
We're going to roll into this second LCQ of the night. We're going to have Dalton McBride, Derek Jester, Lucas Stevens, Josh Ryder, James Lucas, Nate Wimhoff, Scooby-Doo, Philip Tybalt. We're just going to call him Scooby-Doo. Matthew Montando, Jacob Miner, and we're going to have Dylan Madden, John Madden's late great-grandson, rolling off the tail end of this one. Dalton McBride is also from Canada. So is Dylan Madden, actually. A lot of Canadians coming out into SCRA.
The way I see it, it looks like it's a little bit of Ryder came up. He was coming down to kind of met in the middle. If you watch it like that technical stance, we'll take both of them there in that case. Boston and the hold on, what's his name?
Race Control saying they're going to take both of those because it was more of a racing
Caleb
deal
will take
than
both of
people
them.
would think. But I saw a beautiful slider from Boston. I'm going to go ahead and remove the grid and get ready to go green here. We are going to ride with a Derek Jester as we get ready, and we go green here. Jester, kind of not a bad start for that outside lane here. He's going to look to run that middle to slider. Gonna have Jester to the top, followed by Josh Ryder as Lucas Stevens mans down the middle. We are taking two, so if you're in that top two and you check out, you might not want to race each other too hard. Derek Jester just holding on up top, just giving her all she can handle. Wimhoff looked to be climbing the wall there. He's going to bounce back from it a little bit. Here we go to the flag stand. It's going to be Jester at the line. Jester the molester. Just touching the field inappropriately, just giving them the beans. Maybe Derek Jester. Josh Ryder gonna tub for second as Dalton McBride. You better move up, buddy. You're getting left. Wimhoff looking to the inside, throwing a right rear for a position that's not gonna benefit him, but Nate Wimhoff, I love that. I would do the same exact thing. Just trying to make some spots up. Wimhoff going to be sixth at the line. It's going to be Jester and Ryder, your two to make the main as of right now. We're going to have about 7 to go here, coming to 6. You got to imagine, oh, somebody off the track. Lucas Stevens had to have been.
Oh, Lucas just fell off the track
at Tim Graham's trailer before this race, as he just misjudges the entry and just goes flying here. I wouldn't call that flying, actually, as he did not stay up. He just fell off the track.
Speaking of flying, I'm flying back into the booth.
Brandon, we got Jester the molester on the pole of this one. He's leading this one.
Johnny.
The way he's just touching this field inappropriately.
Johnny. Shut her down there. Shut her down. Come
Brandon,
on.
we're just dropping some rhymes on the track.
I keep her within lines here, unlike Tim Graham. Keep her between the lines. I see we're under caution.
Lucas
taking
Stevens
her
just
1 to green here. They'll be going green out of 4. You know, I could be wrong. I might look this up real quick. I believe a jester is a joker.
It is. I do believe with the big balls on its head
And
and that hat.
you went a completely different direction, but now we got the Joker. Look at my scars. And look at me blast off.
Look at him blast off straight to that top lane. Brandon just getting a great run off that corner. Josh Ryder said, I'm not going out like no slouch, even though they're both in the race.
Yeah, it looks like the top side is starting to outperform that bottom. Looks to be a nice meaty cushion up there.
We're going to ride.
Guys just letting it hang out. I know the last time we were here, it was pretty top dominant.
All these fellas just looking to keep their momentum. If you keep your momentum, it's harder to get past.
The Joker, Derek Jester, is just moving at the front of this field.
Hot rolling. He's just rolling hot top. Must be a bad bitch in 3 and 4 that he is looking at. Because he is always going to the top there. It's not necessary, Derek. You're far ahead.
He is, and I think that's going to take my attention to the battle to Heat 2, which is heating up. It looks to be a 3, possibly 4 car battle.
We're coming to the final corner of the race. Wim Hof going to stick the bottom. The 18 and the 12 going to make contact. Ooh. Brandon, Wim Hof looks to be the one who crossed the line first.
I hate to be an official to make the call there. I think you had 3 cars.
It's going to be McBride. It's actually going to be McBride by the skin of his shaft.
Drake Perry on the pole off of you.
Oh my God! Who's letting Drake Perry almost make the race? Brandon, look no further. The real deal started in P2 in this one.
Drove me into the wall.
3 wide.
These drivers are not
Schaefer,
happy.
Let's get him in here. Oh, it looks like we have some drivers not making the call for this one. This will be our final last chance qualifier.
Brandon, we're going to pull in Cody Schaefer and get his opinions from the car. Rebel,
what's
Cody
up, brothers?
Schaefer, talk to us about what you're feeling, how confident you are.
Top 2 from this one, top 2 from this one. This will be the final LCQ, all heat race winners.
I mean, we're just gonna keep her pinned, you know.
A-main drivers do not hit track for warm-ups. A-main drivers do not hit track for warm-ups.
Rebel, are you drunk?
No, we are not drunk. We are sober tonight, but we're gonna hit this like a gravel road and fucking let her eat, boys.
Well, Rebel, don't hit it like a gravel road, or you may not come back.
Cody Schaefer, I do have a question for you. How do you feel about the nickname Big Junk?
Big John?
Junk.
Oh, Big Junk. Oh.
Lots of junk in that trunk for Cody Schaefer.
And we'll let you interpret that while you're racing. We're going to go ahead and kick you out of here. Good luck, sir.
Brandon, Wayne Hummel looking to the inside of that real deal Jaleel on that start here.
Tim Graham.
Wait, Dylan Barris is just going to dump Wayne Hummel.
I had a black pass him before the start.
Wayne Hummel going to the trees. He is done racing. He's going to pull him. Oh, he's back on the track. Brandon, we got the Swamp Donkey, real deal Jaleel.
I can't tell.
The real deal Jaleel.
Kind of mixed both.
Tim Graham also in this heat race. You gotta imagine, this is gotta be one of the most fan-favorited field heat races in the history of SCRA on iRacing.
Well, we let Cody Schaefer go from the booth. And he already is acting a work on the racetrack, acting a demon. And it's not ignorance, it's just lack of awareness. Sounds like he drove straight into someone under caution.
Wayne Hummel's gonna give it back to him. He was not happy. Brandon, Cody Schaefer is up to P7 though. He only needs 5 more spots.
Gonna want to go up the line.
Tim Graham, Cody Schaefer on the outside looking in. As you gotta think, if Drake Perry makes this main here, there are going to be about 7 cautions in the feature.
I don't know, but what I do know is we're coming down the backstretch getting ready. We should be sending them back to green. I'm loving the single file start call by the tower tonight.
Not playing any games, trying to get this one done
No
quick and
games.
efficiently. Perry with a great jump on that start, though.
I got it clear. The guy in front of you is sweet.
Wayne Hummel already around.
Whatever, I didn't get a black for it.
Brandon,
My bad.
Tim Graham is up to that P6 position. He just knocked somebody off the track.
I think the tower is saying we're done with the silliness.
Let the boys run. Let them
But
play.
what's not
ref.
silly is the battle shaping up for second here.
Kenny Douglas looking to the inside of your favorite driver as the yellow is going to come out. Brandon, Cody Schaefer, the engine or something must have gone bad on that race car as he pulled into the infield.
Oh, he didn't just pull into the infield. The tower came over the
Alright,
comms
looks like
and
Schaefer
said,
just,
buddy,
like, was
park it.
not controlling the car,
DQ
so
from
he
this
was-
one
he's
for
gonna
Cody
be
Schaefer. Big junk. Interpret it the way you're thinking.
Huge news for the fans that came out to see Cody Schaefer.
Want to go?
People are already packing
Or
their
lack
things up
thereof.
and leaving after seeing
Hey,
him
bro,
pull off of the
that's my
racetrack.
Yeah, I think I did see 1 or 2 fans running up to the tower, not happy with the call there. But I think they might have just been as drunk as him, the way he was driving. They about on that Tim Graham level.
Brandon,
Not sure
Tim
we're doing
Graham,
back here, but
P5 in this one, making his way forward.
He is moving and shaking, and we are moving back to green.
Perry, bars to the inside of Douglas for that P3 position.
I think your main position here is gonna,
Josh Ryder, you here?
excuse me, is going to be that battle for the second spot.
Brandon, somebody is around by themselves. Robert better not throw a caution for that.
Yeah,
I
Because the battle for second
don't
is
believe
getting good.
we
watch
will
the back,
be
we'll get
getting
that spot.
cautions
Went
for.
out by the
Oh,
way,
but we
nothing
might
against
get a
anybody, but,
caution for that contact.
Ryder's
Silliness
kinda
from
got
the
drove
rear.
on that one.
Tim Graham
My bad.
held on. Let me go back and watch this before I make any
Appreciate
calls
that,
and
man.
see what happens.
I was just trying to vent the frustration there because
Because it looks like we're going to go back to
Go to the
off
corner
of the
with you guys.
corner.
Guys, we gotta let
Tim
off.
Graham up top. Wayne Hummel's going to hit him. And then Wayne Hummel's going to just get after Tim Graham.
We gotta stop, guys.
The battle of Bourbon versus Bush. No trees involved, though, so the ball is in Tim's court.
Well, those two have been going at it here throughout this race.
Robbie, did you reset the track?
Is
No.
an EOL for Wayne Hummel.
That
Wayne
EOL really did
Hummel
not
giving
do
an
anything
AOL.
to him as he was already in the back.
Because the track ain't that slick. We're good.
Wayne Rosa Parks Hummel, stay your ass in the back of the bus.
Looks like
Yeah,
we
one
did
ball,
get
that's
this
what I'm
shortened
saying.
down to one lap, so we
Ball,
should be
but,
going
like,
green,
Ryder
trying to
got
wrap this
shit in
one
the middle of
up.
that. Josh
We're
Ryder
gonna
got
go
shit
so
about
we can
6
move into
to go
warm-ups.
here.
just take them both.
I could do that.
Yeah, that would only be fair. He was second at the line. The other dude got fucked. Just take them both.
It's gonna be Kenny Douglas looking to the inside of Jaleel. Somebody
The
off the
real
track.
deal, trying to steal up the second spot here. I believe we have 5 to go. This one been a little bit of a circus.
Only you have to expect it at least one race out of the night as these drivers are trying to get everything they can to make it into this main.
Oh my goodness, the pick is in. The Rams take Ty Simpson. Did
What
not expect
a-
that one.
They just took Ty Simpson with their first rounder?
They did indeed take Ty Simpson. That
I
one drew me
can't.
away from the race very quickly. He was a guy I was looking for to go to my Pittsburgh Steelers.
I cannot.
That will not be
imagine that.
happening. I do not. I guess I kind of get it. But what I also see getting down and dirty here is the real deal, Jaleel. Stealing up the deal for second place.
Jaleel has just pulled away from Kenny Douglas here as we're coming to two to go this time, Brandon. Drake Perry with a comfortable lead in this one. You got to think there's no need. I just got word. Tim Graham is in the pits. That is bad news for the culture. We're going to come to the white flag that time around. It's going to be Drake Perry and Jaleel Bennett looking to seal this one up and get into the show.
Perry Barris,
Righty. Looks like it will be.
Top two.
What is it? Perry and the real deal, Jaleel. The
Perry
platypus
and
in the
Bennett.
deal. Make the show. I'm going to go hop in the tower real quick and see what we're looking at for track prep. I'll be right back.
Not hit the warm-up track. Not hit the warm-up track yet.
Robert, I don't think we should just do any warm-up at all.
I agree.
No one hit the track just yet. No one's hit the track.
The big goon. The big goon talked to me.
Well, sounds good.
Rolling out onto this feature in that P1
You're
position,
welcome.
taking the field to green. You did win Heat 1, right?
I did.
I'm so glad you said yes.
Thanks, Scott.
Tell me,
I was good.
after your rough, I don't want to call it rough. That sounds rude. Actually, it was a rough watch. But after your rough race on Tuesday, tell me about how you're trying to bounce back here and show people that you are not what you showed on Tuesday.
I'm just gonna.
We'll give you guys a couple
I'm just gonna try and get out front, get a good start, and stay in my line and not go off the top.
And that's all you can ask for. If you stay on that top, I'll give you top. All right.
Come on.
Well, Gavin, hope to be talking to you a little later on after the race and after all the activities are over. I'll catch up with you. But anyways, good luck and have a good run, man.
Appreciate it.
We're just trying to fix the lineup.
This is where we have a problem. We're gonna guess. Chief Keef, talk to me. No talking to be a dud from Tobin Keefe here. Silence is deadly.
Oh no! My mic was off. But anyways, I was saying, you know, the Chief Keef car, it was digging pretty good. I mean, my ops are pretty scared right now because they saw how hard that car was digging in the corner.
And buddy, they should be. I know you caught them off guard last week or Tuesday when you told them that you were not gang affiliated, then went out and committed those activities.
Bro, man, I told them that I wasn't gang affiliated because I can't let the ops know about that stuff, man.
That's fair, but now you're just gonna have to keep that look over your shoulder and make sure nothing happens behind your back.
Yeah, I know, man. You know, just gotta make it through this feature. You know, get hooked up on that top side, and yeah, see how it goes, bro.
Well, we hope to be talking to you after this feature, Chief Keef. I wish you the best of luck.
Yo, appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Now, this is where we're gonna have to do some guessing, because I don't honestly know who won what. We're going to go in this order. Jason Smith, Heat 3 winner, correct?
That is correct.
I just had to make sure. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything in this booth. I'm just up here talking. But you look good out there, man. Anything you're going to try to get at or maybe hurry and get to that top in this feature, or are you just going to kind of let the race come to you?
You don't have to go out there, Craig.
I mean, it really depends. This track could be insanely different from race to race, depending on how it goes. But you know, top dominant usually ends up being the most common factor if it rubbers up. But compared to last week, we're going to be racing nighttime, so should have a little less of a chance of that happening. But yeah, just look around for a little bit of moisture, be a little smoother, and hopefully I can stay consistent.
Well, I'll tell you, Jason, if you were as smooth as you were in your heat race, you should have no problem.
Was it just P1 that was supposed to
Yeah, I
go
mean,
to
I felt pretty good in terms of my driving. I feel like I could have maybe threw it in there, and especially into 3 and 4 a little harder. The guy behind me was kind of gaining, but he didn't get as good of an exit because of how hard he was driving it. But
yeah, you're solid, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just have to see what I can do.
Well, Jason, I appreciate you coming to do this interview. I don't know if you know this or not, but
Alright,
Scott
guys,
Cohn
until 5
in
minutes
week
down,
one
run
skipped
wherever.
all of his heat race interviews for no reason. That's why his name is No Show Cohn now. We wish you the best of luck in this feature, and we hope to be talking to you after it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep. We're going to pull in Heat 4 winner, King of the Trailer Park, as some may call him. I just call him David. David Metheny, Heat 4 winner. David, talk to me.
Stop.
David, you look pretty good in your heat race there, man. Anything or game plans you're going to try to do in this feature here to maximize your possibility for success?
I think I'm just gonna try to keep my nose clean. It's 40 laps. A lot can happen starting up front, so hopefully not much is gonna transpire, but we'll see.
That is true.
Smart
and David,
man wants to keep the
I
ignorance
feel like
to a
I should
minimum.
tell you this because I don't seem like I would not dislike you as a person. Chief Keef does not care anymore. He's not hiding his gang affiliation. The man starting in front of you said he's here to do anything that needs to be done to win this one. So I'd keep your head on a swivel.
Well, he's starting in front of me, so hopefully he
just
keeps
follow
that between
him. The best thing you just follow Chief Keef, and I think you'll be pretty solid, David. But appreciate you coming to your heat race interview. Shout out to people at the trailer park for me, and we hope to be talking to you after this one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh man.
Hi, I do have some news coming out of that talk with the tower. We are taking 20 cars for tonight's event. I believe there was a situation in LCQ1 at the line, and there was a situation on LCQ3, the one where they came 3 wide to the line. I think the call from the tower there was, we're taking them all. We're taking all 3 that came to the line there. That was their decision.
Let's just
Honestly, it was a good battle. Really, you can't please everyone, but I think that's just the best decision they came up with. Not that I think it's a bad one or a good one. It's just the call the tower made. Hopefully, it has no repercussions on the way this race goes. I don't think 20 cars on the track will be bad, though.
Normally, in your head, you got to think those 2 cars, they can't affect the race that much, but they can.
Put them in the wall.
As we've seen before.
Other than that, really, if you're just causing problems.
Oh, we most certainly have. I don't believe it will be that type of situation.
Other than that, really should be fine. Good luck, guys.
No, this seems like a great group of drivers. Everybody just gets a little aggressive towards the end of those LCQs, trying to make it into the show. And when you're having 40+ people show up every race, it's hard to make an 18-car field.
Absolutely. Johnny, it looks like we're lining up. Do you want to go ahead and give them the feature rundown?
We're going to roll this thing from the back. If the thing would ever load, we're going to roll it from the back here. In P20, it's going to be Dalton McBride. At the P19, it's going to be Corey Bergquist. Jaleel, the real deal Bennett, is going to be in P18. Nate Wimhoff to his inside, 17th. Ryder Paulson, 16th. The Platypus Perry in 15th. Derek Joker Jester gonna be in 14th. Tyler Bickey with the Blicky Bickford is gonna be in that 13th position. Jeffrey Hyatt in 12th. Dalton Torqueer to that 11th position. Brett Grube in 10th. It's gonna be Scott No Show for my heat interview Colm to 9th, and it's gonna be JD Renfro in 7th. It's gonna be oh, wait, yeah. It's going to be Devin Howard in 8th. It's going to be Zachary Metzner in 6th. Bernie Bernhardt in 5th. We're going to get into your heat race winners here, Brandon. We're going to have Metheny straight from the trailer park. Told him shout out his people. Then we're going to have Jason Smooth Criminal Smith. We're going to have Chief Keef. He is gang affiliated, just so you all know. Then we're going to have the big goon, Gavin Gravitt, leading us to the green in this one.
Now, I have to ask, where did the smooth criminal come from?
I just determined that he was so smooth in his heat race and everybody else was over driving it on entry compared to him just cruising and chilling. That he got
Jason
that name.
Smooth Criminal Smith. I like it. I like it. I do see we're going to send him around one more time before we do go green.
Brandon, I was talking to Gavin while you were gone, and he said he is going to try to show everyone that he is not ass at iRacing, and he's going to try to put this car in that victory lane compared to Tuesday, where he barely put it in the LCQ after getting drunk at Tim Graham's trailer.
Do know that he has been up front in abundance throughout the first season and this season, but he's still looking for that first iRacing win. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe it would be his first iRacing win.
He has gotten a few podiums and a bunch of top 10s, but never the win as we're green. Grab it. Rolling us off, Chief Keef. We're 3 wide for 4th into turn 1.
Clean and green through turn 1 and 2.
Bernie put the door to Zach. Bernie said, "I'm here. You can't turn now." We're getting together behind them. It's gonna be Colm and Renfro. That's
Looks
the
like
Renfro
we do
with
have some
the
cars
arms.
getting together at the back of the pack.
I'm gonna check in with
A
Tyler
caution
Bickford.
does come out.
We are going to go
Since
back
the
and ride
whole
with
just
Ryder
reporting
Pawson.
effect
Brandon,
of
we were
something
just
at the
talking about
and just kind of
how
double
those
down
few
and it
cars
caused them to
could
spin,
impact the
no
race,
one knew
and
over there. It's just big,
few of the
big
cars
deal.
that came in off of the technicality
It
involved
does
in
look
this
like
one.
they were involved in that first one.
It's gonna
But
be the
no
Joker
worse for
just
wear.
gonna collect the wall, Pawson nowhere to
If you're
go.
gonna get your quick repair, you gotta do quick
From
repairs.
that
If
point, it's
not,
just
Looks like we
everybody's
just had
backing up.
somebody in the top 5 pull off the track.
2 guys in the pits.
I swore I could have just seen somebody pull off the track.
You know, Brandon, after them seeing
Possibly
Bryce
to the
Beast,
pits.
after them seeing Bryce the Beast Young's tire cooldown method, maybe they thought they should hit it.
Well, actually, it was 8th
JD
place is
Renfro.
JD Renfro. Took it to the
Renfro
pits.
with the
Really didn't
arms.
have to call caution, but
He did go ahead and just scoop up a quick repair. He said, I got 39 laps left, 38 laps left. Let me go ahead and just give this a shot real quick.
It's super early in this thing. If there's ever been a time to go ahead and pit and reset, it's right now.
Absolutely cannot lie about that one. Cannot dispute it. Cannot anything.
Should we go next time?
I do know that this feature will not be going automatically to single file like we've seen in the past with a couple of the restarts and the LCQs and the heats. We're going to give these guys a couple shots.
How are
Let
gonna
them
these
show
boys
what they're
race?
made of.
As in the LCQs, you gotta think it's just, and the heat races is just a precaution, because as we saw Tuesday, these boys will keep getting overly aggressive and jumbling it up over and over again.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guys that seem to forget there are 37 other laps, not just the 38th lap.
Brandon,
as you've
can you
already completed
specify
2.
names?
I do not want to do that.
Well, if you whisper it to me,
I
I
like
will
to
tell
keep
the
a
community.
like to keep a non-biased position here in this booth.
We're back green here. I believe Chief Keef looking to the inside of Gravit. Brandon, he
You
said
know,
his
track
Grok
prep
is
called
fully
for a
loaded.
slow roll of the top. Try and change it up just a little bit, but old Keef with a slider. It didn't stick, but just showing
These
him,
boys
hey,
are racing.
grab it. I want to have it.
As he is gang affiliated, as he's throwing another shot.
They are
It's the usual,
throwing down out in front.
Okay, buddy.
Everybody they're just committing hate speech to one another. Everybody's angry as
Yep.
Token
My
Chief
pause there
led
was
that
to
lap.
mute the drivers.
I want to hear
We
all
are
the ignorance.
stripping them of
The
communications
smooth
for the
criminal,
time being.
Brandon, smooth criminal on that top side. He has the momentum rolling as he's pulled up to grab it to back bumper.
It looks like Chief Keef may have found something, but then grab it, go his head. I look like old Keef just slipped out of line there, but he's back on it right at
With a
Gravit's
huge
door.
slider, as Jason Smith's going to pre-cross this over, maybe making a game plan for a move into one as he just heads back to that top. As
They
Brandon, these
are
boys-
absolutely tangoing out in front. Jason
boys
Smith
are-
said, "Hey boys, I'm here too."
They are
But then
all
throw it
over
like you
this
wanted to.
racetrack. A four-car battle for that lead as Metheny puts himself into the screen, followed by Metzner. 5-car Jason Smith gets tight and nowhere to go, and it's just gonna bunch the field up. Unlucky break for Blue Moon Metzner.
Was just a late slider and it collected a lot of cars.
Brandon, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if he wanted to slide. Well, he did, but the car just looks like it got super tight on him in the middle of the corner.
Got the slider and everyone checked up and got into the back.
The
Can't,
4 cars following, just nowhere to go as Metzner goes up and over.
You hate to see it. This was developing into a classic. Some would say a Jim Dandy of a feature.
These boys are all over this track, and I gotta say, this is
Can't
way
you
more
will
entertaining
say
than the Pro League race.
Really wasn't like the main cause of that. I had to mark that up.
This is definitely a lot more entertaining. I do not know how this field's going to shake out after that. I imagine some guys will be going down.
I can only imagine the hate speech messages that Metzner's going to leave in
Well, let's
SCRA
fire it
after
up.
this one.
Let's fire up the old chat, see what these gentlemen have to say. See if anyone realizes
nobody
the chat
currently
is
talking.
live.
Guys coming to the pits, be worried.
Looks like the tower is just communicating with the drivers, letting them know how we're shaking down, how we're shaking up.
Brandon, our top 4 in the same exact order as they started. Nobody able to make a bunch of moves, but Brandon Dalton Tournier now up in the 5th.
Yeah, so, I mean, with that top 4 the way they are, it does not tell the story of this one. They have been line dancing, tangoing, just dancing with each other at the front of this one.
It is by the grace of God that they are still in that same order.
Yeah, we'll see how long it goes, and hopefully it stays that way, but both Gravitt and Keefe have had a great race out in front. I don't think I saw one bit of contact through those 10 laps.
Completely clean, and which is very surprising because last week Chief Keef claimed he was not with the gang violence and killed the field, but this week he's accepting himself for who he is and no contact.
Yeah, I do know.
Bob, I'm filling in.
Wait, is this? Yep, we're green. Sorry, we'll hold what I was thinking there. Let him go back to green. It looks like Gravitt's going to get a good jump off the start here. That track is slicking up.
It is racy everywhere, though, as we're going to see Metheny to the outside of Smith. Smith's trying to hold on to 4th now as the top is getting sketchier and sketchier every lap. Do you think some of these guys move to that bottom to protect themselves?
I'm not exactly sure. The top did look like the place to be there. As
Metheny
David
with a slider.
Metheny deep throwing that thing.
Is it going to stick? It sticks,
does.
Brandon.
I'm telling you, that top is moving
Keith with a
and
slider of his
shaking
own.
right now.
Smith,
Chief,
nowhere to go. Tournier up in the 3rd,
set
Brandon.
off 100 shots.
Brandon, we are 3 and 4 wide throughout this pack as this track has came in beautifully.
Dalton really taking advantage of that little mishap they had for the caution on lap 10 and just moving, shaking, and absolutely baking his way to the front, trying to grab some positions. I do believe, though, the top 4 should have no damage from that. The top 4 should still be all intact. I don't know how we're looking through the rest of the field. I cannot lie.
Smith looking
but
to
they are
stay
throwing
in that middle. Thought he was going to throw that slider. Brandon, if you look past the top 4, every other car on this racetrack is on the bottom. When these boys up front have proved that there are other lanes beside, or they're on the top. All the boys up front are running.
So I just want to make sure we're watching the same race, Johnny, because I see every car on the racetrack on the top.
That's
so
what I was saying. But before that caution and the few laps after, all these boys were all around, just trying to make some moves.
Oh, talking about making moves, Scott Calm throwing it in deep, trying to make up for some positions. I think he was caught up in that little lap 10 incident. been pretty tame for the time being.
Everybody's just kind of training the top. Gavin Gravett is just so smooth up there. I mean, he is absolutely pulling away from your second place, Chief Keef.
It looks like now they are just single filed out.
Tobin Keefe gonna try a different line in 3 and 4s. He ran a slider.
Yeah, he did that on the last lap. I'm not sure if that's producing any positive effects. It looks like Gravitt's out here on a Sunday stroll. I guess a Thursday stroll.
Smooth up top. The right rear can't get any higher on this racetrack without going off.
Well, you got to remember, this is a 40-lap race. Will that change from the top? Yes, 20, give or take 19 laps to keep it up there, keep it clean, stay out of that wall. He's getting awfully close on the front stretch.
Brandon, Drake Perry from your LCQ cracking the top 5. As he's just gonna run up on Jason Smith, leaving no room. There are 3 wide, 2x2 now for that 5th position.
Looks like outside of the top 4 is where the action is. And
Metheny with a slider for second. Caution kills the run.
Looks like now it's locking down a little bit. Guys seemingly struggling to make some moves. If you want it, you gotta really want it. And you aren't making any friends if you do.
Derek Chester hits the wall by himself, spins out, that's what the caution's for.
Brandon, you just gotta think. You don't want to be that first car to step out of line and just get freight trained. So I get a lot of these guys scared to be the first one to make that move.
I have to agree with you.
Somebody's going to have to grow some nuts and do it, though, or else these boys are going to be riding in line the whole time.
Looks like now we're going to park the guys waiting for the pace truck to come back around.
I can't make a mini mob.
Can't make a mini mod, but you can make a mini bob.
We'll lead him around one more time.
Brandon, I know we're in the middle of a race, but would you like to pursue a Rocket League gaming session after this one is over?
I absolutely would love that, Johnny. I would love to get on the old Rocket League, you know, throw around a car and act like I know what I'm doing.
For the love of God, not invite Dalton Tournier to play with us.
Oh my goodness, you want to talk about somebody who absolutely fucking sucks. It's Dalton Tournier. Call him. Dalton can't find the back post, never rotates. Ball magnificently goes to his car, magically goes to his car. It's ridiculous.
Dalton is the poster boy for Platinum 2 in Rocket League. He is the definition of a Platinum 2. We're back green.
We'll see what develops. That was a single file restart. Our first one of this race, I do believe. That might have been our second.
That would be the second one, Brandon, but we are pretty deep into this one as there is only 16 laps left to go in this one.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to get passes on this track as the race progresses. A lot of guys seemingly might have used up some of their stuff.
Tobin Keefe to that middle in 3 and 4. Maybe he's found something.
I was just thinking that as well. It seemed like it was 3 and 4 where that did work for him.
Gotta see what he goes for here. Is every other car, but Drake Perry also following that middle line. Tobin Keefe, I don't know if he collected the wall or Metheny got him, but Metheny's going to slide him for second. Keefe back to his inside. Here comes Dalton Tournier and Brett Grube looking to capitalize. Grube with a slider on Tournier collects Metheny. Metheny is off the track. And I don't think he knew that he was there, Brandon.
That is one of those I'm sure he wants that one back.
Grube is trying to hit Tournier for some reason. Why is Grube hitting Tournier when it was all Tournier's fault? I mean, all Grube's fault.
Brent Gruby, you will be removed from the league. We're not doing anything under caution. Just heads up.
We just got words that this was his last lap in SCRA history.
You hate to hear it.
Brandon, I'm not sure why he's angry with Tourniers. He hits Tournier and then slides up into Metheny for no reason. And then he just made his final lap in SCRA was junking somebody.
I'm gonna hot mic before we get him out of here.
Once again, single file.
Oh, Brett, it is the clowns like you that do cause this race to turn into a clown show.
Brandon, that is the truest thing that you've said in a minute, all jokes aside. We haven't really...
I've never even heard of you.
We haven't really seen anybody be such an idiot to hit somebody else.
And he's still talking.
This is a race, so I don't know what you hear about anybody is.
Brandon, I got a big announcement here.
Hold up, I'm beefing with the driver. I can't hear what Bob's saying. Never mind. I'll keep the mic off. I don't think he realizes I've watched him race and I watched him pull the most bonehead move of the night.
Uncle Zach chipping in is what it sounded like there. We're back green, but Brandon, as we go into green this first lap, I have a huge announcement about the Works by JT program. In house driver voting, Tim Graham is in second by 2 likes. He needs 2 likes to tie the man in first. As it's 71-69 on that battle for who's going to be the house driver. As Gravett collects the wall.
Nice. 6-9.
Stretch. Tobin Keith's going to be able to close the door a little bit.
Back to the front of this one.
Gravett just so smooth on that top. And I'm looking at Tournier's car here, and you can see the damage from Brett Grube. And then he got the nerve to blame it on the driver that he made contact.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was about. I don't know how you throw something from the flag stand and then blame the league.
You know, Brandon, I thought all the egos were going to be left on Tuesdays, but apparently it seems that one has seeped into Thursday.
Yeah, I agree with that. But talking about egos, Gavin Gravitz might inflate as he is inflating his lead. Gotta give it to Tobin Keith, though. He has been absolutely all over the track. Not a single lap has he stayed with his line. He's thrown it wherever he can to try and find some dig in that Keith machine.
He has been searching all race. A bunch of dead ends, it seems, as he hasn't found anything to gain on Gravett, but he has been able to stick with him in terms of not getting dusted in the sense. He's still pulling Tournier as he's moving all over this track, guys. We see a few of these guys resorting back to that bottom. Scott Coleman to the outside of Dalton Tournier, going down into 3.
Looks like we may have, I believe it is 4 to go. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Coleman
Grab it with a lead. I don't know, though. I think Keith might be chipping into this lead. It's getting late. He might not have time, but it certainly looks like he's gaining on that 2.5.
He is 100% gaining as we come to 3 to go this time. Keith, 3 laps remaining. You got to think he has his foot as far as it will go.
It looks like that time Gravett does make some gains on him with the slider line. Seems to pick up a little bit of ground. It might be too little too late at this point, though.
These boys have their right rear in no man's land. You can't get any higher on this racetrack. As we are at the white flag, Brandon, we're coming to the checkered this time around. It's going to be Gravett leading us to the checkered in this one, unless Keith with the slider on nobody, but he's trying to send it in there.
Do want to give it a shout out to Keith and Gravit on this one. I'm going to be bouncing out before driver interviews, so we aren't talking over each other. Those two had a whale of a race up until lap 10. All of me wishes we could have stayed green. Those guys ran a great race for those 10 laps. I really think they could have given us a great race there. So it sucks the caution came out when it did. I want to shout out Gravit. He stuck to his line, but I also want to give a shout out to Tobin. He tried to put that thing wherever he could to get some momentum on him. So overall, much better than Tuesday. That was always an eventful feature. You'll have your
See you guys out there next week.
interesting. You're combining a lot of different driving styles and a lot of different attitudes and personalities together. You're bound to get some heated action, some cautions, but that's just the way it goes. Johnny, I'm going to check out of this one. That was another good broadcast, brother. Much better than Tuesday.
That was way more entertaining to watch and way better to commentate over, as it wasn't a shit show, Brandon. But as you're leaving, I think I'm going to pull in Tim Graham to assist with the interviews.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful rest of your night, Johnny. I'll see you on the Rocket League. I'm going to go beat the shit out of Brett Grube.
All righty, Brandon. We're going to pull in Tim Graham, and we're even going to make a special pool. Tim, what's up, buddy? We're going to pull in Tim Graham and Cody Schaefer to help us with these post-race interviews. We're going to start with third place, Scott Colm. Cody Schaefer, feel free to take the lead on this one. He's not here. Tim Graham, feel free to take the lead on this interview.
It was, how do you feel about that race, Scott?
I felt really good. If I wouldn't had so many fast guys in my heat race, I think I could have gave Gavin a run for his money.
That's facts. That's fact. How'd the track turn around for you tonight?
Fantastic. I think if we wouldn't have done any warm up at all, I think it would have been fucking perfect. But the bottom came in late, and I was just low and slow around people. It was pretty nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Scott, great late race push from you, as we saw you get around Tournier through that middle, and the track kind of moved all over tonight. What did you think about the way that the track was prepped and the things that race control did for this feature?
Like I said, maybe no warm up. I feel like the track was definitely perfect the way it is, but I definitely like the way it came in. It helped me. Everybody was kind of really just guessing at that point, so I was just sticking there where nobody was, and it was fast.
Alrighty, Scott. Anybody you'd like to thank on that 32 machine tonight?
J-Dub's graphics as usual, best looking cars out there. You got JSS Speed Shop, fastest cars out there, and that would be it.
Alrighty, Scott. Well, we hope you have a great rest of your night, buddy. Great run.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, Tim. We're going to pull in our second place finisher, Tobin Chief Keith. Tobin, do we got a copy?
Yes, sir. We got a copy.
Tobin, great run tonight. We saw you searching throughout the whole feature, just looking for something to maybe inch towards Gravit, as towards the end of that thing, you looked like you were kind of gaining on him.
Yeah.
But overall, what was your experience like tonight on that racetrack?
Yeah, it was a pretty fun racetrack. I mean, I fired off pretty good. Kind of had a battle with that 200 car. And then, had a couple of restarts and whatever. I find the 25 could really get a good start. But then, I don't know, I just kept on looking for something on the bottom, went up to the top. But I feel like near the end, I was trying to find something, and I found something, and then I was starting to close on him a little bit. But, I mean, I was throwing everything I had, and he just drove a good race. So there's nothing more to that. But yeah, it was a pretty fun race. Tried to get him at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, Tobin and me and Brandon both said this. We prayed that thing would have stayed green at that lap 10 caution, because you boys were 2 and 3 wide, and there were sliders coming everywhere. Tell me about if you think that thing could have stayed green. Maybe there's a different outcome there.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I kept on trying to apply pressure to him, and I felt like he was slipping up a little bit because I think he knew I was right there. So maybe if I had like another 10 laps or something, maybe I could have got to him, but I don't know. There would have been a slider fest. So, I mean, who knows? But yeah, I felt like maybe 10 laps I could close up to him.
All right, Tim, you got anything you'd like to ask Tobin?
Tobin, are you coming to the pit to my trailer to have a good time?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all I
Tim,
needed
get
to
the
know.
beers ready. Tobin Keefe is here. Anybody you'd like to thank on your ride tonight before we let you go, Tobin?
I'd like to thank Fort Group Professional Accountants. It's just my sponsor. I race in real life. I'm not sponsored, but Chief Keef. I'd like to thank Chief Keef. You know, I mean, if that I don't know if that 25 car heard, but I was bumping Love Sosa each time I got close to him. I don't know if he heard it,
We could
but yeah,
tell.
yeah. You know, those are the people I'd like to thank.
The gang affiliation
Yeah,
showed very true tonight, and Tobin, that was a great run from you. Hope to see you
it
back
is.
next week.
Yeah, I'll be back next week.
All right, we'll see you at Tim's trailer, buddy.
All right, appreciate it, man.
And Tim, we're gonna bring in our feature winner here. Tim, you can take control of this interview as I know that you have it in you. Mr. Gavin Grabbit here with us.
How's it going?
Go ahead, Tim.
So you got to tell us your secret. How did you make it around that track and hold them off?
Tim, you know, I stopped by your trailer before the race.
I'm telling you, it's that sauce.
It's that sauce.
Go
Pretty
ahead,
good race
JT.
though.
All right, Gavin. I mean, you obviously just went out there and let your nuts hang, and I gotta tell you, there was no room for mistake with you on that top. I mean, there was no racetrack left for you to go any higher. Did you get nervous at any point?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much nervous the whole time, nervous before the race because I usually always go off, but I don't know, just made sure to stay out of the gas enough to not send it over the top and brought her home.
Gavin, just an absolutely dominating performance. Anybody you'd like to thank on that 25 machine tonight?
Outlaw Saloon, EPR, JSS for the wrap. Or not, goddamn, it's not the pro. Anyway, JSS for the wrap. SCRA for putting it on, and that's about it.
All right, Gavin, we will see you at Tim's trailer a little bit after this interview. Hope to see you partying hard as I know I will be.
Oh, for sure. After party.
All right, buddy, have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Tim, I know the stream is this big old thing and all that, but this is the most important part of the whole thing. Tim, I need you to leave the people with an inspirational quote to get them through their week.
Inspirational quote. If you're having a bad week, crack a bush and sit back, and you'll be just fine.
You heard it here first from Tim Graham. If your week is going shit, crack open a bush and make it better. That simple. Tim, I appreciate you helping me with these interviews tonight, and I appreciate you turning up once again. If you haven't already, go to the Works by JT Facebook and give Tim Graham's photo a like to become the next house driver.
I need
Tim,
all them lights, guys.
it was a pleasure talking to you, buddy. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back next week.